Another day in the books. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, so I'm sneaking one in on you guys today. I usually don't do videos on Tuesdays, but what the hell. I got nothing better to do with my time. I don't have to stop for gas or anything today either. Yeehaw. Yeah. 10-hour days, back at it. Of course, I only worked, 9 yesterday, I think. Something like that. Yeah, I worked 9 hours yesterday. And I worked 10 today. I think I'm going to try and work 10 the rest of this week. What's up, viewers? How are we doing today? Welcome in, welcome in. Not a whole lot. You know, it's rather nice today. It's 91 degrees. That's better, just a little bit of a breeze going today. Better than that freaking 99 crap we had a few weeks ago. That's for sure. And it was hot a few weeks ago. Thank God that's over with. But we're starting to get into the fall season here. The days are getting shorter, and it's still dark when I get to work in the morning. You fucking idiot! I don't know why people want to just pull right out in front of me, like they don't see a big silver car coming at them. Anyway, it's Tuesday, folks. We got 3 more days till Friday. Think about that. 4 more days until the days between work and no work, right? Yeah. What's everybody up to today? Everybody work today? I know there's probably a few of you going, what the hell are you talking about, Jim? I don't work. It's hard to find a job. Yeah, okay, whatever. So, wow. I got one viewer here and nobody's saying anything. Hey viewer, you want to do me a favor and tap the screen twice? Can you do that? I would ask you to subscribe, but I don't know if you're a subscriber already or not. Oh, look at there, 5 viewers. How about that shit? Alright, so here's my daily shout out. Today we got Kickstart, Mountain Dew Kickstart Black Cherry. This shit's really good, especially when it's cold. But there you go, Mountain Dew. There's your shout out for the day. I know it's not Mountain Dew, it's a Pepsi product, but it remains the same. It's good shit anyway. Right? So I'm going home the fast way today. I know you guys are going, yeah. What's up, cousin Jason? What's happening? Hello back to you. No, I'm just, dude, I'm just headed home. I decided to go ahead and do another video today. I might try and do one every day this week. My numbers are still pretty good, but I'd like to get some more viewers, and I'd like to get some more likes and subscribers and that kind of thing. I had like 450 people watch my video yesterday. That was pretty cool. So if any of you guys or girls are new, you haven't seen my video from yesterday, you need to go watch it. But wait till after this one's over, because I'm only going to be on here for about 35-40 minutes, something like that, on my way home today. If you haven't subscribed or liked my video, please do so if you so feel inclined. It's nice to have people subscribe to my channel. It's nice to know that people like my content, so that's why I ask people to hit the like button. So I've been hearing a lot of controversy about this Sweeney chick doing this commercial for jeans or something. Everybody's talking about how racist it is. It's only the fat, ugly chicks, that have like multicolored hair and emotional problems that are talking about this chick, right? What do they say? It's systemically racist. how long have blonde-haired chicks been representing clothing companies in America? Like fucking forever now. And now all of a sudden, you know, the whack jobs on the left are going, wait a minute. You know, they're promoting white supremacy by putting a blonde-haired, blue-eyed baby bombshell baby doll in jeans and stuff like that. What? Look, fat ladies, ugly women, girls that obviously have emotional problems and can't figure out what their pronoun is. Check this out. Don't fucking worry about it, okay? America's been doing this shit for years, and just because some bombshell blonde model type does a commercial, it doesn't exclude anybody. I'm sure that Eagle makes, what was that, Eagle clothing or something like that. I'm sure they make clothes for fat people too. Jeez, I got good jeans, but I buy mine at the fucking Rural King. You know what Rural King is? It's kind of like Walmart meets Bass Pro Shop. You know what I mean? And your local neighborhood pet shop, pet store. You know what I mean? They sell jeans too, but I only pay like $12 or $15 for my jeans. You know what I mean? Well, actually, the jeans I have on today are provided by the company I work for. But everybody's all upset. You know, all these liberal whack job women are all, you know, generally I don't talk about politics. But I've about had enough of this shit today. That's all I've seen. You know, like at work, when I'm on my computer at work, because, you know, I do a lot of computer stuff, I see these articles come up, and that's all I can see. You know, like 90% of my day is all these ads about this Sweeney chick, you know, and how these liberal, fat, ugly, disgusting, confused women are. There was one chick that was doing an interview. I'm sorry. I hit a dead spot. Sorry about that. Look, I lost all viewers. I was on a roll too. Ain't that some shit? Well, Jason, are you still there? If anybody there, give me a thumbs up, please. Please. Somebody give me a thumbs up. There we go. There's another viewer in there. Can you see me, viewer? Can you hear me and all that good stuff? I hit a dead spot. I lost my signal. That always happens in, like, you know, a couple areas around here. Jason, are you still there? Somebody give me a thumbs up or a like, please, so I know. Or just put a 1 in the comments. Give me a 1 if you can hear me, a 2 if you can't. How's that? All right, 12 people. Oh boy, there's a long name. Okay, hold on a minute. I'm gonna give you a shout out, but I gotta put on a different pair of glasses because it's so dark in my car that I can't see my phone. All I can see is sunlight. Let's see. Live with meter and DNO measures. What? All right. Well, hello back at you there. Live whatever. Live. I don't. I'm sorry, y'all. It's hard for me to concentrate on both at the same time. But we were talking about the Sweeney deal. Yeah, I'll be careful, I promise. But anyway, we're talking about the Sweeney chick, and you know how these left-wing, you know, I was talking about like my jeans, you know, because the company that I work for provides my jeans, but when I want to get jeans of my own, I go either to the Goodwill and get them, or I go to the Rural King, which is like a Walmart meets the Bass Pro Shop or some shit like that, you know. Oh, Becky. Well, hi there, Becky. How are you today? Good to see you in there. If you haven't subscribed already, if you so feel inclined to, feel free to, or double tap the screen and like. And you know, see, I like to give people shout outs because I want people to know that when they come on my page or my channel, that I'm able to at least say hello to them. Now I don't know, you know, how many people usually come on. The wings are both terrible in my opinion. What wings? I don't understand. Oh, my hair? Yeah, I know. I have to see. I work in an open shop all day, so I got fans blowing on me from both sides. So yeah, my wings are terrible. I'm sorry. Oh, right wing and left wing. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. I'm a little blonde sometimes, but anyway. Oh yeah, I know the government sucks. Both of them do. You know, one side's just as bad as the other, and they're all the time trying to gain attention. You know, but they're all a bunch of crooks. I agree, 100%. And usually I don't talk about politics, but we've been talking a little bit about this Sweeney deal with the jeans today. You know, how these people are so upset about, you know, commercials that are coming on TV, you know, that we've been watching them for, okay, I'm 56 years old, and I've been seeing these commercials like this. Yeah, it's okay to be blonde. I appreciate that. But, you know, it's just, we've been watching these kinds of commercials for years, and all of a sudden now it's a problem, you know. Commercials on TV really piss me off, because now you've got big pharma who are shoving any kind of pill for any kind of disease. There's stuff that I've never even heard of that they're talking about. You know, we got a cure for this, but then they go through the symptoms, you know, and they're always like, you know, may cause depression and, you know, swollen lymph nodes and irritated eyes and blah, blah, blah. But it's always, and in some cases, or very rare cases, death. I mean, that's enough to make me not want to take it right there. You know what I mean? Yeah. Right. Commercials are terrible. Now, back when I was a kid, commercials weren't so bad, you know, because I used to like the commercials. You know, a lot of them were funny. And, you know, there wasn't all this, you know, controversy, you know, about things that were being advertised back then, you know. And it seems that, you know, as time has gone by, you know, they're taking a little more liberty, you know, with you know, specific classes of people and that kind of thing. You know, and of course, you know, we've always been targeted by the media, one way, shape, or form or another. You know, and certain commercials will target certain crowds, and that's the way it's always been. I mean, it's not as laid back as it used to be. It's a lot worse now. You know, it's like, even when I watch, okay, so I watch like Tubi and Pluto TV, and even those commercials, a lot of times, you know, they'll show like, you know, the same set of commercials 3 or 4 times in a row, and I'm like, why? We just watched this. You know what I mean? So it makes it difficult to sit through it. So I just hit the mute button usually. You know, and then of course, you know, nobody's complaining about it, you know, but yet they put a girl on TV, you know, that just happens to be a good looking girl. They're talking about her jeans, and, you know, I mean, who's going to sit there and go, oh, she's blonde. Oh, she's got blue eyes. Oh, she's perfect. Oh, this is just systemically racist. You know, I don't get it. I really don't. It really pisses me off. Yep. All right, little car, stay over there in your lane. Don't come over here. Thank you very much. I got to get on down the road. So, you know, I think that TV was a lot simpler many years ago. You know, I watched a lot of the older TV. Like I said, I watch Tubi and Pluto and things like that. So I'm watching shows like, you know, Laverne and Shirley and Green Acres and Happy Days, and because these are all shows that I watched when I was a kid. You know, like Little House on the Prairie and you know, The Waltons. I love The Waltons. You know, that's like a great show. And even if I've seen the episodes a million times, you know, there's always something to learn by watching these TV shows, the older ones. But they're genuinely funny, you know, and it's like nowadays, the genuine fun that people had with each other back in, you know, like the 70s and the 80s, it's really offensive to people, you know. I watch like the Jeffersons and what's the other one? Sanford and Son, and they're like throwing slang, I mean, people these days are butthurt, I guess you could say, or they're so tender. We've got to verbally voice our own thinking and not let group influence us. That's right, we do. We got to stand on our own. If we don't stand for something, we'll fall for anything. That's one of the biggest things, nowadays. And unfortunately, oh, you're in the UK. Okay, well that makes a difference. So you guys don't have the same kind of. You guys are a little bit in the UK. You guys are having a really hard time over there right now, from what I understand, with all the illegal aliens and some refugees coming in, don't you? At least that's what I'm hearing anyway. I don't know. I watch a show every morning. Well, listen to it because I'm not allowed to watch TV while I'm at work, but I do listen to a podcast by a guy, and he talks a lot about the stuff that's going on over in the UK and stuff like that. So, yeah, I understand. Please invade us and sort this out. I don't see your name there. Whoever you are, is that right? Well, I don't know about invading anybody. I don't, the U.S. isn't really, I mean, unless there's something that, the government can gain from invading another country, I don't think that's really in our plans. I honestly don't believe that, that the U.S. goes into other countries without, having some kind of special interest in mind, whether it be oil, natural resources,